mindset and motivation. So the first thing I need you to do is to sit down and really think long and hard about this. What do you want from this program? Now, take out a piece of paper and write down all of the reasons that you want to lose weight, or all of the reasons you are doing this program. Okay? So, for example, to fit in my clothes, to feel better about myself, to have more confidence, to go into any shop and buy what I want, to look better, not to feel so self-conscious. Okay, so those are just some examples of the sorts of answers that I usually get when I ask people the question, what do you want from this program? Why are you doing it? Step 2, under mindset and motivation. What I want you to do is to go below these surface answers and uncover your real motivations, and you might call this your reasons why that you're doing it. Okay, and the example that I usually give for this is, let's say that I ask somebody, you know, what do you want to do, and they say I want to lose 3 stone, and that's a really common type of answer. And if I said to them, okay, you want to lose 3 stone, now do you think you can do it? Well, I'm not quite sure, I may be able to do it, I don't know, I'll try my best, I probably can, but there's still that little bit of doubt there. Now if I said to them, on the other hand, I'll tell you what, you lose 3 stone and I'll give you £3 million. Okay, the answer is 100% I could do it. Okay, and the reason for that is they have a strong enough reason why. They have a strong enough reason to see the program through and to get the result that they want. Okay, there's a strong enough motivating factor. So what we've got to try to do is actually find out what motivates you, and it's usually the things that are under those surface answers. Okay, so you need to start to ask yourself, if you said one of the things that you want to do is lose 3 stone, why do I want to lose 3 stone? Ask the question, why? Then ask yourself, why is this a must for me right now? And finally, what will happen if I don't take action today, this moment, if I don't start it right now? Okay, the reason we do all that is we want to create urgency. Okay, we want to uncover why you want to do it, why it's important, and that's going to act as your guiding light as you go through the program, and it's going to create urgency to make you act immediately. Okay, so if you really start to dig under things, and you know, a stock answer might be, I want to be able to go and buy clothes, or I can't fit in my clothes anymore. And then when you really dig under and say, well, you know, why is that important to you? Why is that a problem for you? I'll get answers like, well, I can't, you know, I'm not comfortable going out in the clothes that I'm wearing. I don't really feel very good about myself. And then people will tell me that they're not as confident as they used to be, and because of that, maybe they're not in a relationship that they would like to be in, or the relationships that they have got are not as good as they should be, and it's impacting that. And maybe they're not as confident as work as they should be. So when you know, what was a surface answer is, I want to be able to, you know, fit into a size 12. If you go a little bit deeper, you know, weight impacts people on many levels, and I think when you go a little bit deeper and start to uncover these things, you start to create big enough reasons why. You'll know you've got these things right when you start to create an emotional response. So if you start to really think about, why is this a must for you to do right now, and the things that you're coming up with because you feel crap, you don't like looking at yourself in the mirror, it's ruining your relationships, you don't go out anymore, it's wrecked your confidence. If you start to get emotional and you start to feel tearful or upset or angry, or if you start to get those sorts of emotions coming up, you know you start to drill down to a level that's deep enough for you to take action. So later on in a couple of slides, we're going to set some powerful reasons why, or positive reasons why, and negative reasons why, to do this. And you know, if you get to that point where you go, I am so sick and tired of looking like this, of feeling like this, of acting like this, I'm never ever going to be that way or act that way again. That is enough. I am finished. I am moving forward 100%. I am never looking back. Okay, that's powerful, and that's going to make you take action and move forward. Whereas I'd like to be a size 12 isn't really going to cut it. Okay, so hopefully you can see where I'm trying to go with this. Dig under the surface reasons and look at, why do you want to actually get those goals? Okay, why is it important to you? Step 3, creating your power statements. Okay, now there's 2 types of statements that I want you to create. These are statements that you can sort of speak out loud and recite each day and visualize, that basically become your guiding light. This is the reason that you're doing it. The first one is, I want you to create a positive power statement. This is something like a vision in the future of where you're going, how you're going to look, how you're going to feel, how you're going to act. Okay, and I also want you to create a negative power statement. That's something like I've just talked about. I don't want to look like that, I don't want to feel like that, I don't want to act like that, I'm sick and tired of this situation. Okay, so a positive power statement. Here's an example. I'll become lean and toned and sexy so that when I go on holiday in 10 weeks time, I'll look and feel better than I've ever have before. And for the first time ever, I'll feel 100% comfortable in my bathing costume and I'll get admiring glances. Okay, so if you start to picture that, imagine yourself, you're going away on holiday in 10 weeks time. You're the most lean, toned and sexy that you've ever looked. You've got massive amounts of confidence. You've got loads of people sort of giving you nice attention. Okay, people saying that you look great and you look really healthy and you feel 100% confident, 100% comfortable. Just stop and think about that now for a second and visualize it compared to where you are this moment. Okay, now that sort of stuff, thinking about that, get that vision in your mind and focusing on it day by day, that's going to get you to take action and remain focused. Saying that you want to be a size 12 isn't. Okay, so you need to create these positive power statements to keep your mind focused on the vision ahead, so you've got something to look forward to and you know exactly where you're going, and you'll know when you've arrived. You know that once you get there, okay, that's how you're going to look, that's how you're going to feel, that's how you're going to act. Okay, so go ahead and create that positive power statement. The next thing I want you to do is to create a negative power statement. Okay, so for example, I must change now, this minute, today, because I'm so sick and tired of feeling unattractive, unloved. My self-confidence is an all-time low, and this way it's affecting my job, my relationships, and my self-esteem. It's absolutely wrecking my life. Okay, so if you sort of look at that and start to think about how you are right now, and how is this way affecting your life, and does it affect your relationships? Does it affect your feelings of confidence and how you look at yourself, and does it affect your job, and how does it affect your energy and your way that you play with your kids? Really look at it and look at all the negative sides. Okay, and if you don't do anything, okay, and you carry on gaining weight, this is only going to get worse. Okay, history's shown that if you keep on doing what you're doing, this is where it leads to, a place where you're unhappy and you're overweight. If you keep on doing the same thing, you're going to get more of that. You've got to change, and you've got to change today if you want to actually make this happen. Okay, so I want you to sit down and think about a future vision, something you can get excited about, something that makes you happy, something that makes you smile from ear to ear. And at the same time, I want you to think about a negative power reason why. Okay, I want you to have a reason why you absolutely must change today. The next step is I want you to use visualization, what's called dissociation. Okay, so I want you to take your negative power statement. Okay, and I want you to, this is the old you. Okay, so I want you to start by being inside your body as you are now, and basically you're closing your eyes and you're visualizing this in your mind's eye. So this is something that you vividly imagine. Okay, obviously do this at a time that's right. Don't try to do this while you're driving or anything crazy. Okay, do it at a time when you can, relax fully and safely. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to see yourself as you are now, and I want you to actually step out of your body, and I want you to imagine that you're watching a movie of yourself. Okay, I want you to see yourself walking around as you are now. Okay, and I want you to see how you walk and see how you breathe and how you act and how's your posture. Are you standing upright with your chest up, smiling, or are you down and crunched, okay, and not feeling very good about yourself with low confidence? So see yourself as you are right now. Then I want you to make that image smaller. I want you to make it dimmer. Then I want you to take that image and remove the sound, make the sound quieter and quieter. Then I want you to make the image hazy so you can't quite see it. And then eventually I want you to move that image away from yourself so it's so small that you can't see it. That process that I've just taken you through just in a minute there, you would normally spend anywhere from sort of 5 minutes to say 30 minutes doing that exercise. Okay, and you can repeat it again and again and again. It's called dissociation, and it's a way of getting your sort of central nervous system to dissociate with your old self or with your current self and try to change your patterns in the way that you see yourself. Okay, so I want you to spend some time doing that. It's really important. And the next thing is step 5, and this is visualization and association. We want to become associated with the new you. So what I want you to do now is I want you to see a picture again. You would close your eyes to do this and vividly imagine you would see a picture of the new you. You would then step inside your own body and see through your own eyes. Use all of your senses. What do you see? What can you hear? What can you smell? How do you feel? How do you walk? How do you breathe? How do you stand? How do you talk to people? How do other people respond to you? And see this sort of new you as a more confident you, a better you. See yourself slim and strong and attractive. See yourself as sexy. See yourself as fun. Okay? See yourself as all of these things. See yourself as you want to be. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make the image bigger. We're going to make it brighter. We're going to bring it closer. We're going to make the sounds even louder. We're going to make all of the feelings of confidence, all of the feelings of fun, of strength, of power, we're going to make all those feelings even more intense. And I want you to do that again and again and again. And as all of those feelings and colours and brightness and all of those things get to an absolute peak, we're going to do what's called anchor it. And that is touch your first finger and your thumb together. And what we're doing is we're creating an association between the image in your mind and that touching of your finger and thumb back. Okay, it's called an anchor. Now what happens is that's a two-way thing. What can happen is once you've done this enough times, if you want to feel all of those feelings of confidence and strength and power and feel all of that great stuff that you've just been visualizing and see yourself in the future as this awesome person, when you touch your finger and thumb together, you will start to instill those feelings. And what's going to happen is you're going to ingrain those feelings into your central nervous system, and your body's going to start seeking away and your mind's going to start seeking away to make this a reality. Okay, you see, your central nervous system and mind can't tell the difference between something that's really vividly imagined and something that's actually real. And once you start to program yourself, once you start to program your subconscious mind to see yourself in this new positive way and make these images bigger and brighter so they have an even bigger impact, your self-image will start to change. How you see yourself will start to change. Once your self-image starts to change to be more in line with the new person that you want to become, it's really hard to act out of accordance with that self-image. So if you see yourself in a certain way, you will start to act in the way that that person would. If you see yourself as a person that struggles with diet and always overeats and never, succeeds with anything, it's really hard for you to act out of accordance with those sort of set rules that you've set for yourself. On the other hand, if you see yourself as a person that's, focused and powerful and confident and great at slimming and loves exercise, okay, and you ingrain that, it becomes part of who you are, then you will act in accordance with that as well. And a really great example of that is if you ask a non-smoker, somebody that doesn't believe that they're a smoker, to smoke, okay, and somebody that's really against it, okay, I couldn't smoke, and it would be really difficult to make them do that. It's because their self-image doesn't allow them to do that. So most people try to change from the outside in, and they use things like exercise and nutrition. Of course you've got to do all of those things. Just doing some visualization stuff isn't going to get you where you need to be. However, unless you start by trying to change your internal picture of yourself and how you see yourself, okay, you're always going to be fighting against yourself. So what I want you to do is I want you to use the association drill and the disassociation drill twice a day. So every morning when you get up, I want you to start by seeing your current self, look at yourself as you are, make that image smaller and duller and quieter and move it away. Okay, and then I want you to bring out the new image, the new you, step into that picture, make the images bigger, the colours brighter, the sounds louder, and then anchor that, press that finger and thumb together and really lock in those feelings. And I want you to keep on using that one throughout the day, and I want you to do them both again on the night, okay? This now, I'll talk about this because this is probably the one part of the program that everybody won't do. Okay, they'll miss it out. It's not really important. I haven't got time to do that. Okay, the people that do this, I can pretty much 99.99% guarantee they will be mega successful.